Hello students, how you all? Hope you are all doing well. I'm up with one more important video on a chapter called as polynomials, right? So in this chapter, this is a very small chapter. You can easily score in this chapter, right? I will let you know what are the important questions that you need to study at the end of the session. Also, first let's get back to the basics and get to know more about what we will study in this chapter and what are the things to be covered, right? First, you should be aware of definition and degree of the polynomial. There can be one question asked for 1 mark, maybe multiple choice or 1 mark question, whether they will ask you to write degree of the polynomial. I will let you know about that also. Then zeros of the polynomial and their relation to the graph of the polynomial. This is important topic. And we have the factorization of polynomials by splitting the middle term or using identities. So by splitting middle term and all, in quadratic equation chapter, I have explained how we can do this. And using identities means last year we have solved using a plus b the whole square, a minus b the whole square, x plus a into x plus b, those things, correct? So the fourth topic is relation between the zeros and coefficients of polynomial, important. Now let's get back to the definition. What is meant by polynomial? In your lower classes you have studied already. Polynomial is an expression, algebraic expression. It is algebraic expression which has two or more than two terms. Now what do we mean by algebraic expression? It is the combination of number and variable is called algebraic expression, which is not equated to 0. If you equate it to 0, then it is known as equation. Expression can also be shown like this, less than, greater than, like this, but not equal to 0. If you write equal to 0, then it is called as equation. Remember that, right? So now you understood what is meant by algebraic expression. Now two or more than terms, I said. Suppose if I write here 2x plus 3y plus 6, like this. This is a polynomial because it has three terms. See, terms 1, 2, 3, right? The terms are separated by plus or minus sign, not into or division. If into division is there, then that is considered as one single term. Say for example, if you have x, y, z, x into y into z, but this is one term, this is because they are not separated by plus or minus. Suppose if I write this only like x plus y minus z equal to like this, then this is three terms. It is a polynomial because there are three terms separated by plus or minus. All these are the basics you have studied already in your previous classes. I'm just revising things. Now get back to the degree. Degree means what? Highest power of the variable. Degree is equal to highest power of variable. Okay, now here you are going to study a polynomial in one variable. Polynomial in one variable means only one variable will be there. It can be x, it can be y, or it can be p, it can be q, whatever, but single variable will be there. What do you mean by single variable? Suppose if I write x square, okay, let me write here 3x cube plus x square plus 2x plus 1 is polynomial because it has four terms and the variable is x only everywhere. Don't think x cube is one variable, x square is one variable. No, the base you have to see x. So that's single variable. If I write something like 3x square plus 2y plus 3xy, all this, then this is a polynomial in two variable because you have x comma y here. You have two variable, correct? So this is clear now. Now what is degree? How to write? Suppose if you have a polynomial called as 2x cube plus 3x square plus 4x plus 1, like this. If you are writing a degree of this polynomial, 1 mark question, very important. Just see the variable and the highest power. Highest power is 3 here, therefore degree is what now? 3. Degree is 3. You can call this as a cubic polynomial. What polynomial it is? Cubic polynomial. Like this you have quadratic polynomial also, x square plus 7x plus 10. Quadratic polynomial, what is the highest power? 2 is the highest power, therefore degree here is what? 2. Like this you need to just identify the highest power of the variable. That is going to be your what? Degree of the polynomial. Let's go to zeros of the polynomial and relation to the graph of the polynomial. I'll tell you. Okay, let's take a polynomial called as p of x equal to 3 into x minus 1 x minus 2. I'm explaining you the concept of zeros. What do you mean by zeros? So the meaning is very simple. What value you will put x equal to? what number you will put. X equal to, you have to put some number here, so that this whole thing will become 0, or say for example this bracket becomes 0 and this bracket becomes 0. Now to make this bracket 0, the first one you can just put x equal to 1, right? If you put x equal to 1, what will happen? 1 minus 1 will become 0, and in the second bracket you just need to put a 2. 2 minus 2 will become 0. That means in the first bracket you put 1, in the second bracket you put 2. Now by putting these x values, your polynomial, this whole polynomial p of x, that whole polynomial is become 0. It is becoming 0. Whole polynomial is becoming 0. If whole polynomial is becoming 0 after putting x equal to 1 and x equal to 2, that means x equal to 1 and x equal to 2 are called as zeros of this polynomial. Zeros of this polynomial. Zeros of this polynomial. How will you find zeros of the polynomial? Very simple. You need to go for factorization method like we did in quadratic equation chapter and get the x values. What is x equal to? What is x equal to? That is one way of finding the polynomial of the zeros when the quadratic polynomial is given to you. Correct. Now what will happen? They will give you a graph like this and ask you the zeros. So whenever they have given you the graph, say for example, suppose this is the graph. Okay. How many zeros are there? Then you can easily say wherever this graph is intersecting x-axis, this is x-axis and this is our y-axis. So wherever this curve is intersecting x-axis, those are the zeros at this point, at this point, at this point. Say for example, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2 and here it is minus 1. So the zeros of this graph, zeros present in this graph are minus 1, comma 1 and 2. This is how we will identify. This is also one more question you will get. They'll give a graph and they'll ask you to write the zeros by looking at the graph. You just need to see where and all the curve is touching only the x-axis. Please remember, don't look at the y-axis symbol, only the x-axis. Okay. Now factorization, we will take up the sums and we'll do relation between zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. This is an relation between the zeros and coefficient of the polynomial. So what is relation between zeros and coefficient of polynomial? We have two things. Number one is sum of zeros and we have product, sum and product. Okay. Sum is nothing but what? We are going to add two zeros, let them be alpha plus beta. What is the product? We are going to multiply two zeros, alpha beta. So this sum and product is equal to minus b by a here and c by a here. Now from where this b by a, c by a are coming? They are coming from the polynomial. They are coming from the polynomial. Say for example, you have a quadratic polynomial called as ax square plus bx plus c. Correct. So you have a here, you have b here, you have c here. Which are these? So what is a? A is the coefficient of x square. Coefficient of what? X square. And what is b? What is b? B is the coefficient of x. And what is c? C is what? A constant. C is what? Constant. So this is the relation between zeros. These are zeros. Alpha and beta are the zeros. Coefficients of polynomial. These are the coefficients of the polynomial. So this is very important topic on which you will get a question. Very, very important topic. What question you will get, how to answer, we'll take the questions and we'll show you. But so students, one important thing you need to know is how to identify whether the given expression is polynomial or not. Very simple. If I write 8x, then x is the variable and the power is 1. Yes, this is a polynomial. If you have something like x to the power half, or if you have x to the power minus 1, anything like this, these are not polynomials because the power should be only from 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Other than this, I mean to say whole numbers. Other than whole number, no number should be there as a power. If that is there, then it is not polynomial. Say for example, root x, not a polynomial. Then if you have something like 9 by x plus y z here, x plus y plus z. Look at this. These variables are down. Variables cannot be down. This is not a polynomial. Suppose if you have only number, then absolutely this is a polynomial and this is called as constant polynomial. Constant polynomial. Now you are wondering, sir, where is the variable here? It is just the number. No, variable is there. That is x to the power 0. What is x to the power 0? Equal to 1. Therefore it is 10 into 1. This 1 we won't write. Therefore this is, see, x is the variable and power is 0, whole number. Yes, it is a polynomial. Like this you can very easily identify whether the given expression is a polynomial or not. So polynomial, under polynomial everything comes. Monomial, binomial, trinomial, everything comes under polynomial. Look at this. This is single term. Still it is, we are calling it as a polynomial. So overall here what was important is how to identify whether the expression is polynomial or not. This is how you will be able to identify, right? So students, we have So students, we have exercise 2.1 simple questions. I told you these are very important. Let's identify how many zeros are here. In this, if you see, the graph is not at all intersecting anywhere in x-axis. So here the number of zeros are none. That means number of zeros is equal to 0. Now this, in the second, if you see, this graph is intersecting x-axis at this point, at one point. So therefore here the number of zeros are 1. 0 is existing here. In the third one, if you see, the number of zeros are 1, 2 and 3. Here in the three different places this graph is intersecting x-axis, therefore number of zeros are 3. Here if you see 2 points, therefore number of zeros are 2. Here if you see, the graph is intersecting 1, 2, 3, 4, therefore number of zeros are 4 here. And in the last one, the number of zeros are 3 here, and you can look at here the number of zeros are 3. So what we need to see, we just need to see graph intersecting x-axis. At how many points the graph is intersecting x-axis, only x-axis, nothing else. Got it, friends? One more important set of question I have already written, important, correct? So this is very important part of this chapter, please focus. So what the question is about, find the zeros of the polynomial. First we are going to find the zeros of the polynomial, and then we will verify the relation between zeros and coefficients. So I have already told you what is the relation between zeros and coefficients, that is alpha plus beta, sum of zeros, alpha beta, product of zeros, right? What is the formula? Minus b by a, and here it is c by a. This is what we are going to verify at the end. First let's find out the zeros of this polynomial. What are the zeros of the polynomial? For that we need to take this polynomial. Now first one, we will write the polynomial as p of x equal to x square minus 2x minus 8. I wrote it. First step, you are going to put p of x equal to 0. Put p of x equal to 0. When you put p of x equal to 0, what will happen now? This will turn into x square minus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. Means in the place of p of x you wrote 0. I just wrote on a right side just to make it comfortable to solve. Now I am going to solve this like a quadratic equation. I have done a chapter already. There is a video put up already. So many videos, I think 4 or 5 videos are there on quadratic equation. Go and watch them. You get to know how to do. Anyway, here also I am going to tell you. Let's see now, if we what is our last term here? Our last term is minus 8. How we got this? 1 into minus 8. Now from where this 1 is coming? This 1 is the number beside the x square. What is number beside the x square? Here nothing is there. I have taken it as 1. So I got minus 8 as my last term. Now I will find out two numbers. If I multiply, I should get minus 8. If I add or subtract, I should get minus 2, middle term. So what are they? 4 and minus 2. Or minus 4 plus 2. Minus 4 plus 2 is valid because here negative is there in the middle term. So I will write x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. Now this first group I will take x common, x minus 4 I will get, plus here also 2 common, x minus 4 I will get equal to 0. X plus 2 equal to 0, then x minus 4 equal to 0. From here x equal to minus 2, and from here x equal to 4. These are my roots, or these are my zeros. I got my zeros. Still there is a work pending. That is very fine. Now I did it directly. I did not explain much here because I have already done a video on how to take a common, how to select the factors in a quadratic equation chapter. Please go and watch the video, then come back. At least if you watch one video on how to factorize the things, maybe I think second video you have to watch. That's enough. You will be understanding how I did this. I have very nicely explained how to take a common, how to select the numbers. Tricks also been explained. So please go and watch that, correct? So now let's get back to the other part of this question, that is verification. Now to verify, first let me write the polynomial. What is my polynomial? My polynomial here is x square minus, my polynomial here is x square minus 2x minus 8. Now I will compare this to ax square bx plus c. I have compared. From here I will get a equal to 1, b equal to minus 2, and my c equal to minus 8. Once I get these three values, now my work will start. Verification work I am going to start now. So let me write here sum of zeros, that is alpha plus beta, correct, equal to minus b by a. And here I will write alpha beta equal to c by a. I will just identify LHS equal to RHS or not. What is my alpha? My alpha is first 0, that is here minus 2. And what is my beta? Second 0, that is this plus 4. What is my b? I have b here. Look at this minus 2. Here I have minus b. That means I have to repeat minus 2 times. Once and this twice. Divided by a. A is 1. Now what I am getting here? 2 I am getting minus 2 plus 4. What I am getting here? Minus minus plus, that is 2. That means what? LHS is equal to what? RHS. Same way I will do here alpha into beta. My alpha is minus 2 first 0 and my beta is 4 second 0. My C is minus 8 and my A is 1. So I am getting minus 8 this side, minus 8 this side. Again here also LHS is equal to what? RHS. I am done. I have verified. So students, let's take the second question, that is 4s square minus 4s plus 1 equal to p of x. I will put here 0. Now this will turn into quadratic polynomial equation also, you can say. Let me find out my last term. I will multiply 4 and 1, so I will get 4. Now I have to search for two numbers, multiply 4 and add or subtract, you get what? Minus 4. So can it be minus 2 minus 2? Minus 2 into minus 2 will be plus 4. Minus 2 minus 2 will be minus 4. So I will write here 4s square minus 2s plus 1 equal to 0. Correct. Here I will take 2s common, then I am remaining with 2s minus 1. If I repeat here 2s minus 1, I can see there is a sign change, up plus, lower, here down minus, so minus is out. And 2s is as it is, there is no change in term. 2s here, 2s here, 1 here, 1 here, so nothing has come out, means 1 has come out. So we have two bracket 2s minus 1 equal to 0 and another bracket is also 2s minus 1 equal to 0. So s will be equal to half, and how many times? Twice. 2 times half is coming. So our zeros are alpha equal to half and also beta equal to half only. Now let me verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. First I will write this sum, which is minus b by a, and then I will write a product, which is c by a. So before this, what you need to do, take the polynomial and compare it with the standard form so that you will get a b value. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So clearly your a is 4 and your b is minus 4 and your c is what? 1. Let me put here now half plus half equal to 1. Here minus b means minus of minus 4 divided by a, that is also 4. So you are getting 1 and 1 LHS equal to RHS. Here half into half we will do, and here what is c? C is 1 divided by what? A is 4. So here also I am getting 1 by 4 equal to 1 by 4. Hence the verification is valid. That's it. Let's take up the next question. Okay, third question is here. Let me write it as 6x square minus 7x minus 3 equal to p of x. This was not rearranged, so I have rearranged here, right? First x square term should come, then x term should come, then the constant should come. Now let's identify by putting 0 here. This will turn to 6x square minus x minus 3. Last term, if you identify, this will become now 6 into minus 3, which is minus 18. If you look for the numbers here, 9, you have to get minus 18 if you multiply, and if you add or subtract, you should get minus 7. So if I go for 9 into minus 2, what will happen? Minus 18 I will get. And what is 9 minus 2? I will get 7. But I need minus 7, so I will just change here. I'll make 9 minus, means I'll make 9 negative and 2 positive. So here also 9 negative, 2 positive. Now it holds good. Right here 6x square minus 9x plus 2x minus 3 equal to 0. Take a common here. You can take 6 and 9 are coming in third table, therefore 3 is out, 3x is out, so still here 2 is remaining because 3 2s are 6, 3 2s are 6, and x is remaining, correct? And here what is remaining? 3 is remaining. Now write exactly, repeat this bracket 2x minus 3 here, this bracket, same bracket, repeat. Change, is there any change? Nothing. That means plus 1 is out. So we have two brackets now. One is 3x plus 1 equal to 0. One more is 2x minus 3 equal to 0. From here I am getting x equal to minus 1 by 3. From here I will get x equal to 3 by 2. So my alpha is minus 1 by 3. My beta is 3 by 2. Let's verify. Alpha plus beta should be equal to minus b by a, and alpha into beta will be equal to c by a. What is my a here? My a is 6, b is minus 7, and c is equal to what? Minus 3. So what is alpha plus beta? Minus 1 by 3 plus 3 by 2. And what is minus b? Minus of minus 7 will become plus 7 divided by a is 6, 7 by 6. Will I get 7 by 6 here also? Let's cross multiply. 2 into minus 1 minus 2, 3 into 3, 9 divided by 6. equal to plus 7 by 6. Yes, this is also plus 7 by 6 plus 7 by 6 RHS equal to LHS. Let's multiply now here minus 1 by 3 into what is that, 3 by 2. Yes, so what is C? C is minus 3 by A is 6. So am I getting minus 3 by 6? Yes, here also LHS is equal to what? RHS. Hence the verification is done. Like this you can very easily do, but these are important questions. Got it? You need to practice properly. Okay, so let's get back to the next question. So students, next question is 4u square plus 8u equal to 0. If you see here, third term is missing. If you compare with the standard form ax square bx plus c equal to 0, the c term is missing. That means c equal to 0 here, a equal to 4 here, b equal to how much? 8 here. We need this later while verification. I wrote now only. Now come back to this. I have already equated this to what? 0. P of u is 0. 4u square plus 8u you can see. Now how will you factorize this? No need to do anything here. No need to find factors and all because last term is not there. Simply get the common thing. What is common? 4 and 8. Out of 4 and 8. 4 and 8 both come in single table. 8 comes in fourth table. Yes. 4 comes in eighth table. No. 8 comes in fourth table. Therefore take 4 common. Okay. So 8 is coming in fourth table. That's why we are taking 4 common. Okay. But 4 won't come in eighth table because eighth table starts from 8. So you need to understand the bigger smaller concept. Okay, 4 common and u is common, so remaining is u plus 2 equal to 0. So one equation is 4u equal to 0, another one is u plus 2 equal to 0. From here I will get 0 by 4. 0 by anything is always 0. Remember, 0 by anything is always what? 0. Anything by 0 is always what? Infinity, not defined. It is called as not defined. Okay, here I will get u equal to minus 2. So can I say alpha is 0 and beta is what? Minus 2. Now let's get back to the verification. Alpha plus beta minus b by a, correct? And alpha beta is what? C by a. What is alpha plus beta? 0 plus minus 2 equal to b. Where is my b? 8. Minus 8 divided by what? 4. Here also I am getting minus 2. Here also I will get minus 2. Now let's take this 0 into minus 2. And what is c? C is 0 by a. A is 4. 0 by 4 I said 0 and this is also 0. Here also LHS is equal to RHS. Here also LHS is equal to what? RHS. So students, next question is t square minus 15 equal to p of t. I will write, let me put 0 here, then I'll get t square minus 15. What is t square equal to now? 15. T will be equal to plus or minus root 15. Plus or minus root 15. Always remember, if you write a square equal to 4, then your a will be plus or minus root 4. You have to write plus or minus. Two answers will definitely come, therefore I have written plus or minus. Okay, don't forget that. Now let's take here, now alpha will be plus root 15 and beta will be minus root 15. These are our two zeros. Let me get ABC value. Here you can see ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay, so you clearly see the x term is missing. X means here t term is not there. T square is there. Who is beside t square? 1. That means a equal to 1. B is what? 0 because that term is not there. Then c is what? Minus 15. So let's take alpha plus beta, which is minus b by a, and let's take alpha beta, which is c by a. What is alpha plus beta now? Plus root 15 minus root 15 is equal to minus b. B is 0 by a, that is 0 by 1, which is 0. This is also 0. Then here now root 15 into minus root 15. Root 15 into minus root 15. C is what? Minus 15. A is what? 1. Now what will happen to root 15? Root 15, this will be minus 15 and this will also be minus 15. LHS equal to RHS. Here also LHS is equal to what? RHS. Hence the verification valid. Let's take one more question. So students, next question is 3x square minus x minus 4 is equal to p of x. Let me put p of x equal to 0. Then this becomes 3x square minus x minus 4. My last term is going to be 3 into minus 4, which is equal to minus 12. If I split this, then I have to get multiply minus 12, add or subtract, I should get minus 1. So can I write 4 and 3? Correct, 4 and 3. So minus 4 plus 3, let's take minus 4 plus 3. So what will happen to this now? 3x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 4 equal to 0. Correct. Now here x is common. Okay, now here if you observe 3 4 3 4 combination, can we rewrite this like I will rewrite this like 3x square plus 3x minus 4x minus 4 equal to 0. Why did I do this? So that taking common becomes easy. 3, 3, 1 family, 4, 4, 1 family. Together we will put them, like in one group, right? So here I will take 3x common. If I take 3x common, here x plus 1 is remaining. Same x plus 1 I will repeat here. Now you can see up you had minus, down you have plus. That means minus has come out. And here only x is there. Up you had 4x, therefore 4 has come out. So you have two roots, 3x minus 4 equal to 0, then x plus 1 equal to 0. From here you will get x equal to 4 by 3. From here you will get x equal to minus 1. Alpha is 4 by 3. Alpha 4 by 3 and beta is what? Minus 1. Let's verify now. Alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. Then alpha beta is equal to what? C by a. Alpha plus beta means, can I add them? 4 by 3 plus of minus 1 equal to minus b by a. What is a here? A is 3, b is minus 1 and c is minus 4. So here I'll get minus of minus 1 by a. A is 3. So this will be 1 by 3, and what about this now? This is minus 1, okay? So this will be 4 minus 3 by 3. That is also 1 by 3. This is also 1 by 3. RHS equal to LHS or LHS equal to RHS. Alpha into beta, let's multiply 4 by 3 into minus 1 is equal to, what is C here? Minus 4. What is A here? 3. So this is also minus 4 by 3 and this is also minus 4 by 3. Here also LHS is equal to what? RHS, hence verified. Okay students, one more question. Let's take this. What we have to do here is find the quadratic polynomial when sum and products are given. Sum and products are given. That means the first number is your sum. What is the sum here? 1 by 4. And what is product here? Product is minus 1. Product is minus 1. We know what is the formula for that is relationship between sum and coefficients. So this is minus b by a and this is what? C by a. Now if you see this, look at this now. Clearly you are seeing b is minus 1. Just compare these two. B is minus 1. And a is 4. Just compare these two. A is what? 4. But now if you look at this here, if you look here, what is happening here? Actually minus 1 is equal to C by A. In the place of A you have here 1, right? Nothing is there means 1. But what is your A? It is 4. So make it 4 here. If you are writing down 4, then you have to write 4 up also. Now what is your C equal to? C is equal to minus 4. I will explain once again. This is very important. C by A is equal to just minus 1. What is minus b by a equal to? Minus b by a is equal to 1 by 4. Now what is there in place of a? 4 is there. Correct. A equal to 4. What is there in the place of b? Minus 1. Minus b equal to 1. Minus b is equal to 1. That means b equal to minus 1. Now if you see this now, a in the place of a, 1 is there. Nothing is there. That means 1 is there. But what is your a value? Already you have got 4. That means this must be 4. If this is 4, then up also it must be what? 4 only, so that it get balanced. Or else if you it is not balanced. Okay, now it is balanced, you can go. Now when you write this, what will be the C value? C is equal to minus 1 into 4. C is equal to minus 1 into 4, which is minus 4. Now you got your A, B, C value. Just put them in a standard form. What is standard form? Ax square bx plus c, right? So what is A? 4. 4x square. What is b? Minus 1. Minus x. What is c? Minus 4 equal to 0. This is how you can find. Let's take one more question here only. So what is the sum given in the second question? Sum is root 2. Sum is what? Root 2. Root 2 means what it is? Minus b by a is equal to what? Root 2. Correct. Then c by a, product. Product is what? 1 by 3. Now look at this c by a. If you look here, in the place of a you have 3 and in the place of c you have what? 1. You got a and c value, you need b value, go here. Now in the place of a, what is there? 1 is there, nothing is there, 1 is there. Nothing is there means 1 is there. But what you got your a value as here? 3 you got, that means you have to write here 3. If you are writing 3 down, then you have to write it up also. So now what is this now? 3 root 2 by 3. Now you compare what is your b equal to. Minus b is equal to 3 root 2. Then b is equal to minus 3 root 2. So got a, b, c value, put them in a standard form. What is standard form? Ax square bx plus c. So what is a? A is 3, 3x square plus bx. What is b? Minus 3 root 2x x plus c plus 1. This is the required quadratic polynomial here. Let's take up this third question. In the third question you have 0 comma root 5. This 0 is sum and this is product. That means this is minus b by a equal to 0. That means this is c by a equal to root 5. If I write here now 1, here also it is 1, doesn't matter. B is equal to 0, C is equal to root 5, A is equal to 1. So what is your quadratic polynomial? AX square plus BX plus C is C. So what is A1? That means X square will remain. This is B0, hence this term will become 0, and this is root 5. So the polynomial required is X square plus root 5. Very simple. Next question, fourth one, 1 comma 1. It's very simple. Sum is equal to 1, product is equal to 1. Sum means minus b by a equal to 1, and here c by a equal to 1. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 1, c is equal to 1. Equation every year 1. Here it is 1, means x square will remain. Here it is minus 1 minus x, and this will be what? 1. This is the required answer. Let's take up the next one. Let's take up the next one. Minus 1 by 4 comma 1 by 4. So this is sum and this is your product. Minus b by a equal to minus 1 by 4. C by a equal to 1 by 4. From here clearly a is 4, correct, and b is 1 and c is what? 1. Let's get the quadratic polynomial now. 4x square, ax square means 4x square, bx means x plus c. That's the required answer. Then last we have one here, 4 comma 1. So sum minus b by a equal to 4, then c by a equal to 1. Down I'll write 1 here, also 1 here. A equal to 1, b equal to minus 4, and c is equal to also 1. So if you put all these things in a quadratic polynomial standard form, what will happen? A, x square minus 4x plus 1. That's the required answer. Student, that's it from the polynomials. You don't have division algorithms and all. It is deleted for this year. No need to worry. So whatever questions I have discussed here, just practice them. You will get question from there only. Number one, that graph thing, how to identify the zeros, very important. And number two, verifying relation and finding zero. Find zeros and verify This is very important. 1, 2, and third one, how to form a quadratic polynomial when sum and product are given. So only three concepts. You can just study these. It's very like easy chapter, one among the easy chapter. All the best. Take care. Bye bye. Share, subscribe, and like the channel. Please ask your friends, many friends from other schools also. Ask them to just subscribe. Definitely they will also like our videos, and I want to help as many as students possible. Correct. Take care. Bye bye. Love you all. Thank you so much.